Welcome to Game 2 of Nagas in Pajamas against Lion Wraith King. Before this match, both
Radiant
teams were
team
undefeated.
ban.
Lion Wraith King actually ended up taking a pretty decent win off of Naga in Pajamas with a Luna, Undying, Bane, aggressive tri-lane. It worked out very well. I think Lion Wraith King out-drafted him there, to be totally honest. But
Dire
we'll see.
team ban.
And into the draft, I'll introduce
Radiant team
Zoidberg,
ban.
and let's get into the bans.
Well, right now we have Marana and Lycan from Naga in Pajamas, and of course we have Invoker on Lion Wraith King.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the AA or the tree ban. That the Marana could farm and ended up pretty high on the net worth, and they used the Midnight Shadow. There's the AA ban. The Marana ult to great effect to take some kills. So Naga in Pajamas gives them the respect ban and just drops the Marana.
So do you think we're going to have a different strategy from Nagas in Pajamas or Lion Wraith King this game, now that they're 1-up?
Well, Lion Wraith King ran an aggressive tri-lane, which did a good job to stop the roaming of Shadow and Jakiro. Nagas in Pajamas takes the namesake of Lion Wraith King and just first picks Wraith King. That could be support or carry. This early in the draft, it's hard to tell. I feel like an early Wraith King pick can be costly because there are things that annoy the hot shit out of him, but if he's a support Wraith King, then he's really not susceptible to much. As a support, he's incredibly tough.
Speak for the trees.
Dire team pick.
Nature's Prophet pick. Do you think we're going to see a lot of global strat and pushing of towers very early on, or do you think this is going to be a late game, I'm just in your base and destroying shit?
Nature's Prophet, I really like him as a first pick. You can try to abuse his ult and go Nature's Prophet, Spectre, Zeus, and just be like, look, it's damage all across the map. He also is a key piece in just Rat Dota. He's the king of the split push.
5 seconds remaining.
He's really a versatile hero. I like him best in off lane. If he's in the jungle, it kind of weakens your lanes up a little bit. But as far as the first pick goes, he's dangerous. There's not really a lot that's like, we can get Wisp or Spectre or someone who can follow him around, or Tinker or something. But it's so much for your team to deal with. Nature's Prophet bouncing around and pushing and getting absurd amounts of farm. Whether it be a Necro Book 3 or a Desolator or a Sheep Stick, he can get a lot of tools to punish your team. And with this Nyx Assassin, I imagine we're going to see a lot of ganks where Nagas in Pajamas think they're fighting one hero, but in fact they're fighting 3. Nyx Assassin is good. The mana burn is annoying for Wraith King. You'd never not like coming back when you think you would. But the first 2 picks give Lion Wraith King a lot of just gank power. Is a Nyx right behind you and a Nature's Prophet is on his way?
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I wonder how Naga in Pajamas is going to react. It's their first loss in the group stage.
Time.
Right now they were 12-0. I felt like when we played them, we had a chance to beat them. Bam, shots fired. But they definitely took us to school. But how a team reacts after a loss, especially their first loss, is a big thing. So we'll see if Naga in Pajamas pulls it together and we get a good game, or if everything just falls apart. I'd like to see Naga in Pajamas win this game for very selfish reasons. Everyone in our group got beat once, but Dazzle comes out making Naga in Pajamas
Radiant
pretty tough lineup. Wraith King, he's tough. Dazzle makes any lineup tough. If it's support Wraith King, I like those two as a support combination, but we'll see what Nagas in Pajamas ends up doing.
10 seconds remaining.
So do you think that the Naga in Pajamas picks are now the sort of defensive, just trying to make it last a little longer picks?
Yeah, Dazzle's always a nice Dazzle as a pick. I don't really picking a Dazzle to be offensive, to be like, oh, this is what we're doing, is rare. Usually Dazzle, I see him as a pick of whatever sneaky shit you thought you were doing, it's going to stop. It's really hard to aggressive tri-lane against a Dazzle. It's really hard. He'll ruin lots of plans. Shallow Grave, I would argue, is probably the most overpowered ability that's not an ultimate. It's just really good. 5 seconds of staying alive. You know, that changes fights. And it pairs well with lots of nice things. I wouldn't be surprised to see a
Dire
Huskar
team
out of
ban.
Naga and Pajamas as
Radiant
non-standard as
team
it is. That's
ban.
going to be my prediction. The Wraith King aura, and now with Burning Spears not being an orb, or you know, modified attack, whatever. You see a lot of lifesteal on Huskar with a Dazzle. He's an incredibly dangerous
10
hero.
seconds remaining.
Do you think Naga and Pajamas are afraid of an axe, as his last bannings are selected?
Reserve
I
time.
wouldn't be surprised to see an axe ban. I think, you know, axe counters Dazzle so well.
Dire
Everyone's scared of
team
the Dunk
ban.
Master. Shallow Grave does nothing against the axe dunk. But yeah, I don't think they're scared of it, but I think they might be after the game. We'll just have to see what Lion Wraith King decides to do.
Dire team pick.
Dark Seer.
Radiant team pick.
Lion Wraith King, pick up the Darkseer. It gives them some good team fight. Either the Darkseer or the Nature's Prophet are most likely going to be in the jungle. I can't, you know, there might be a solo safe Nature's Prophet. They could do a lot of things, but I'm kind of curious how to see how these lanes come together. But yeah, Lion Wraith King once
10
again doing a
seconds
really good job
remaining.
in the draft. Asian Bluff doing a good job. Just by looking at these
5
picks,
seconds
I'm the one
remaining.
who drafts for us. I don't like seeing this because you have no idea what the lanes are, and you have no
Reserve
idea,
time.
you know, what you need to do to counter to win the laning phase when you don't know who's going up against who. This could be all three of the heroes on Lion Wraith King
Dire
could be their
team
off lane.
pick.
You know, they could be mids, they could be solo safes. You know, you could be two of them could be in the jungle. It's really impossible to tell.
Outworld Devourer.
All right, well then, how about Naga and Pajamas? What do you think they're going to lane now?
I think you'll have Dazzle Wraith King down low with this Shadow Fiend pickup. I'm going to see it's going to be mostly right click based. I wouldn't be surprised if this Wraith King is now a core, you know, a core #1 Wraith King. Shadow Fiend and Dazzle pair up very well for area armor loss with Weave and the presence of the Dark Lord. You know, Weave is very powerful. I think
10
it's
seconds
a very
remaining.
underlooked ability. But if you lose 24 armor under any circumstances
5
at any
seconds
point,
remaining.
you're really soft, especially to a Shadow Fiend, to a Wraith King. A Wraith King likes to get Desolator when he goes in the carry role.
Reserve time.
I think we could see a lot of armor just flying off of Lion Wraith King. With these last two picks, they've kind of secured up the lanes. The OD and Shadow Fiend will most likely be mid. Naga and Pajamas is on the Radiant side, so Shadow Fiend will be able to stack the camp near him and pick
10
up some
seconds
extra
remaining.
golden experience from that.
5 seconds
We have a lot of
remaining.
magic damage coming from Lion Wraith King right now.
Dire
It
team
is.
ban.
BKBs will be pretty detrimental to this team. A BKB turns off a lot of these heroes. A Razor pickup, so I'm
Radiant
once
team
again just
ban.
confused and dumb about these lanes. I think we might see an aggressive tri-lane out of Naga and Pajamas, or the same thing where they go 3 solos and 2 roamers. It might just be a roaming Dazzle Wraith King. That would not surprise me. Because yeah, Razor and Shadow Fiends are heroes
10
that like
seconds
to be alone
remaining.
in lanes. They want their levels. They want to control their own lane by themselves.
5
We'll
seconds
see how it goes.
remaining. Dire team pick.
Weaver.
Radiant team
I have
pick.
I have zero clue, absolutely zero clue how Lion and Wraith King is going to be laning this. It might be Weaver in a tri lane with a Nyx and a jungling Darkseer. That's really the only thing I can come up with. That's
All very powerful heroes with late game potential.
Yeah, for sure. There's no Shadow Demon here that's just like, oh well, what are you gonna do now? Nothing. All these heroes all of Lion Wraith King's
10
heroes
seconds.
are
10
viable at
seconds
the 60
remaining.
minute mark. A late game does not bug them at all.
5
Naga
seconds
and Pajamas
remaining.
is not, you know, Dazzle I'd say is the earliest, you know, he's the one who's going to fall off first. but
Reserve time.
I don't see it as being a huge problem. Wow, how much carry do we carry?
Dire team
Naga and
pick.
Pajamas, all three of their heroes are possible, you know, can be left alone. I'm really curious to see how this laning phase goes. Or even how it's laned, you know, Shadow Fiend's mid, Razor's mid. Who knows who is where? Asian Bluff on the Nyx Assassin. We have Quilly, the hard farm from last game, the winning hard farm.
Prepare for battle.
From last game on the Weaver. Farmed Weaver is terrifying. It appears to be Pet Zergling in the offlane again with the with an Observer Ward and offlane Darkseer.
Solo safe Shadow Fiend from Sledgefair, it looks like. Up against the Darkseer. Same lane, but different heroes, or different players.
Yeah, Noggin Pajamas, you know, kind of sees the Darkseer and knows that he's, you know, and assumes he's going into the offlane. And we'll go fight him, but it's similar start to where we had before. Everyone go up top and see what happens. Yeah, both tri lanes going to be top again.
30 seconds to battle.
OD Weaver and Nyx as a tri-lane is not something I would be expecting.
I think we'll see OD rotate back to the mid and then Prophet kind of hop in the woods. They're just doing this to try to protect their.
We have a smoke up top. Here we go. Some action.
They're revealed. They see the OD. It will be the. Oh man, they know the
battle begins.
It will be a support Wraith King with a farming Juggernaut. Juggernaut likes the lifesteal, so that works well.
Illusion.
Sorrow starts out with the illusion rune. Sorrow got beat mid last time. Renox beat him last time mid. Just you know, not for long. We'll have to see how this starts.
What are your thoughts on the tri-lane against you know, Weaver and Nyx, while we have a Nature's Prophet in the jungle?
I think the Weaver is fine. Weaver is super slippery. I think that, you know, while the Nyx has escape mechanisms, finding him any sort of gold or experience is going to be hard. If he's in lane, he's going to have to be spending money to get out of James' way. You know, Noggin Pajamas isn't you know, it doesn't look traditional, but it's not a tri-lane to be messed with. You know, Wraithfire Blast is a healthy stun and comes off relatively well. You know, pretty soon, and it does lots of damage. So this hit point pool is going to have a hard time keeping up with the spam from that. Physics mass, a little poison touch, but nothing exciting. Both games we've seen an aggressive tri-lane out of Radiant and a solo save. Or just chippy right clicks. Nature's probably coming back. He's gonna go on. First blood from Dazzle. Dazzle's not a hero you really want to die. You know, at the point he was level 1 and had poison touch, so they knew he didn't have shallow grave, but it's still not really.
Warriors of the wood.
With, you know, just a Nyx Assassin and a Nature's Prophet. Like, let's kill this guy. Like, he doesn't have the ability to take him down.
Razor has his bottle and he's emptying it out to grab double damage.
Let's see the last hits and see how mid's going this time.
We got some action up top again.
Oh, Juggernaut, you are in a lot of trouble. He's salved and has his healing ward. Is he going to get away? There's a Sentry Ward down. Wraith King does not have the mana for a stun. Prophet's just pretending to throw freezing because I might come in. I might. But he won't. He'll continue to farm. Weaver just takes the tango and still sits around. I have to guess he's going to pay for this. He has mana to Sakuchi again, but if he gets caught by a stun, he's in a world of trouble. And if he can't be aggressive, he can't get his farm, and Axosh is just going to get farm.
Darkseer getting a surprisingly lot of farm down on bottom lane.
Bottom tower is
Yeah, it's
under
kind of,
attack.
you know, it's almost confusing. It's the same thing with aggressive tri-lane. You know, they see the Darkseer and run a solo safe against him. But the Darkseer has done well both times. Like, both of these games, in the draft, you've seen the Darkseer and then you see it countered with a solo safe. Oh, that Weaver, low hit points. I feel like someone told him. You know, there's no reason in the carrier role to sit around and hit somebody to solve that problem. You can't farm if you're at low health and you're just playing that hee. You can't kill me. It's your job to get that with high. Do that.
Moving in again.
Also being very aggressive. Looks like he's gonna get away. A lot of damage coming out, but no one has the finishing power to be able to get anyone down. Net worth, top of the net worth right now we have Darkseer and OD. Lion Wraith King is just doing a better job of just getting their net worths higher. It's not, you know, for 5 minutes in, it's not like, oh god, but it's, you know, if nothing's done about that, it's just going to continue. They weren't even in the lane to get killed.
Well, one thing worth mentioning is that we do have 3 heroes with substantial net worth. We have Razor, Shadow Fiend, and Juggernaut. You know, check out the XP or the gold chart. We have a substantial sway.
Oh yeah, non-unicorn is, I think they're, you know, that's the first gold blood is
I will not forget this.
right now. But I think, you know, as far as I was worried about them just being like, oh god, we lost a game, let's act like idiots. They're doing well. This aggressive tri-lane from Radiant both times. You know, first game was Lion Wraith King, this game it's against Pajamas. The aggressive tri-lane coming out of Radiant is getting farm relatively well in both games. The Juggernaut beating the Weaver as far as net worth goes by 700. This really is meaningful.
Might have some action mid.
Poor Razor with -9 intelligence will not have mana to do much. It looks like Razor will be going the mech though. He already has a butler. I've been seeing that more since the mech on Viper has been very popular. People think, you know, like mech on Razor is too. It's a hero who likes to be tough and stick around in fights, and he's a very decent mech carrier. Agility mids seem to be able to do it. 9 stats for everything is good.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Pinging out top, just feeling each other out. Nothing really substantial.
We had Prophet TP south and get a kill.
Oh wow, Shadow Fiend took it in. It looks like they're going to be able to get this tower. The Darkseer has been behind tower
Radiant
for some
structures
time.
are fortified.
Clone is in here with the Nature's
Radiant's
Prophet.
bottom tower
This
is
tower's
under
gonna
attack.
Make it through the night. Oh wow,
Got a couple TVs. And Nyx TP mid. Nyx is still level 4.
Yeah, I don't like the support Nyx is good, and if you put him in a dual lane Nyx Weaver, you know, he has a chance to get more experience. But against an aggressive tri-lane, Nyx as a support, Nyx needs items. He needs levels. He's not just be like, oh.
We're gonna have some action on Razor here. Has not been spotted yet.
Oh, the put away.
To the outer dark.
He did steal 84 of Odin's damage, which he maybe 15 seconds for that. It's not much of a
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That's doing a very good job with through mid.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Oh yeah, that 400 gold lead that Nogam Jones had earlier, with the tower gold and the 2 kills.
Radiant's top
Lion
tower
Wraith King
is under
are
attack.
1500 up, which is small but decent. Nature's Prophet gets his hand of Midas.
Radiant's bottom tower has been denied.
Oh, tower's
Radiant's
denied.
top tower is under attack.
Clones picks up his hand of Midas. It's only after a Ring of Basilius. 9 minutes is not, too incredibly fast on that, but it's still good. It's going to increase Lion Wraith King's net worth, and continue the slide. Lion Wraith King is pretty much just leaving Uber alone up here, and Nyx is roaming around trying to find levels.
We have some action mid. Do you think they're gonna push this tower, or just gonna continue to harass OD?
Yeah, this team bottom. I think it's. I think they're just trying to protect Nature and get his. Get
Dire's
his
structures are fortified.
Got a Shadow Fiend death down south. Again with the Nature's Prophet TP in, and Nyx for the big nuke.
Yeah, Lion Wraith King did a good job in their draft of giving Nyx, sure thing entails. Sprout and Astral just let Nyx, just walk up and just dummy stun like he used to be able to before the nerf. It's not much of a nerf if still stun stationary hero. This kind of has the same feeling of last game where it's even Nogam Jones is doing well, and then Lion Wraith King just shows that their net worths are higher and just starts to push around. Curious to see Nogam Jones doing
Got a lot of action coming in, and Darkseer has his mech.
10-minute mech, not bad. Darkseer is the top net worth right now, but that's going to make team fighting very good for Lion Wraith King, and a mech this early is very advantageous.
Incoming Prophet.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Mana Boots coming for Darkseer.
That's a good pickup. With
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
They can kind of be in any lane by themselves and just push it in. With a tower lead of 3-0 right now, it's the map is.
We have Nyx moving in on Shadow Fiend down south.
And Shadow Fiend's relatively low.
Prophet TPing in behind the trees.
Like we said in the draft, are you alone or are Nyx and Nature's Prophet just? It's a relatively safe part of the map, but just with the kill power from the remote kill power basically of Lion Wraith King, at no point are you safe. It doesn't seem that being down there in your own safe lane is that dangerous, but the ability for Lion Wraith King to be anywhere on you is terrifying.
Got a minus on our Shadow Fiend.
I'd call that an incredibly late Midas. It's Midas. It might be at this point. I'd call it a catch-up Midas. 2.5 minutes, 12.5 minutes. Bones walks into the Roche. You have a net worth to not even challenge to see this jump. It looks like it's just aggressive. The rest of Lion Wraith King are just going to sort of roam around in the enemy woods and protect the space. OD wandering around with not a lot of health. I'm not sure how he got that way.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
This rush is still going on. Clone's got an early medallion of Scourge, which will really help with this early. I've got to feel like this is just a set play that they run. Do basically whatever you can do for Nature's Prophet. Midas medallion and just take it. He's level 8. He has Nature's Call. Just get some time out. Good. And this is Nature's Call.
Got a pinch on Darkseer incoming.
Roshan has fallen to the dire.
That's really impressive by Lion Wraith King. Just get a medallion on Nature's Prophet and solo Rosh. It's 14 minutes. No one's going to miss him.
Nyx now knows there's a ward mid. Got a couple right clicks from Dazzle. Almost, I see you, please don't come and kill me.
Nyx is scary. Nyx is always scary. He only has mana boots right now, and
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So it's not like he's, terrifying right now. Oh, Atos. Atos is a really great item in my mind. Atos comes out on an Undying, or on an OD. It's his first item.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And Razor does
And here's their first big fight.
Is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, that's it. That's the net worth.
Juggernaut's still in trouble.
Oh,
But he makes it out.
That last Weaver shot does not hit him, and the Nature's Prophet misses as well. But yeah, the net
Dire's
worth
top
on
tower
Lion Wraith
is
King
under
just
attack.
coming to
Radiant's
show,
bottom tower is under
the
attack.
Mech, the help points from the Atos make it so that OD lives and target damage. Just
Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh, now.
Let's check the items and see what the next big pieces are.
Razor's finished his mech, so both teams do have a mech up. The Atos is done on OD. Shadow Fiend has a Midas and that's it. He's got a Midas and 900 gold. It looks like he's going to be going for Aquila, but when's the last time you were excited over Aquila?
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, it almost has a gold.
Radiant's
for
top
ultimate, so that'll be the
tower
next
is
big
under
item
attack.
that comes out.
Countering the profit push on top lane. But he sees the Dazzle, I'm not sure he's afraid of that. But yeah, he backs off.
Go home. Heal up. 15 seconds. We'll be back up.
Got Nyx scouting out Juggernaut in the jungle. Uses his spin. That's not going to help.
So it's kind of low. He can't hit. That one goes down. His ult's on cooldown. He falls through. It's a 2 for none, moving us to 9-2. It's like we said in the draft. Nyx and Nature's Prophet together are terrifying.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
You are never alone.
Dire's
Saving his team's life, and it's a 3 for none. 3 for none again. That mech on Darkseer is just doing quite a bit of work, saving lives. And yeah, the top 4 net worth spots are as are up 12-2.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Tier 2 top, while Darkseer just stays away.
I
Radiant's
think we're going to get a GG coming anytime soon. We've got a 12-2.
It's been too long since we saw anybody.
Radiant's
There we go.
top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Dire victory.
We're gonna win this. Lion Wraith King does a good job. Their draft is strong. You know, they have heroes that pair up very well. Good split push and Nature's Prophet and Weaver, and throw in the Nyx Assassin, and they can just kind of show up anywhere. The laning phase was a little rough with the aggressive trialing coming out of Nagas and Pajamas, but just wasn't enough. And that's our second game, and yeah, thanks for watching.